Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I have a heat press machine from VEVOR. Just to give you an idea of the size of the box. So it's a little heavy, but one person kind of manageable. So let's open up and see everything that we get inside. I know there was a bunch of accessories to this, so I'm curious to see everything that we actually do get. Okay, so lots of contents right out on top of the box. So I'll give you a quick peek at that. So that is the instruction manual. So we'll put that off onto the side. And then let's start pulling out all these accessories. So it looks like that is going to be your control panel. And then this looks like a bunch of different pieces of parts. That's like a rounded part. Two rounded pieces. And then two other rounded. Looks like two pieces of foam. A bunch of other little minor accessories. So that is that. And that is the foam cover. And then that looks like the heat press part of the machine itself. And I think I can handle getting this out on the side. Kind of rolling it out of the box. Okay. All right. So here is the main part of the press. And sorry about all the noisy plastic. Okay, so that looks like that's where the control panel goes up. And that looked like that was pretty easy on how that goes up. And then it looks like that spins out of the way. It's very cool. So this definitely looks like it could be a bench mount. It's got like some screw holes in it. So especially when you're kind of like swinging this arm out, that can definitely make that center of gravity go off a little bit. And then I guess that's the pad that everything sits on. And then this is going to be the iron press itself. So pretty neat. Looks very adjustable. And then it looks like you can increase or decrease the amount of pressure that you're putting on the piece that you're doing. So very neat. Let's get each one of these pieces out. Oh, okay, cool. So it comes with suction cups. So that's something that I just kind of neglected. So for the base, comes with a couple extra screws, it looks like. Then here's your power cord. So there's our power cord out. Let's put this back down. Hold that in place. And then we will mount our base pieces on here, which looks like they kind of go into the hole. So a little bit self-tapping. So this is good if you have a smooth surface, which I don't here. It's a wooden surface, so. But I do have a couple other tables throughout the studio that we can definitely use that for. But maybe this will help make this a little more stable for our purposes. And we'll put that back down like that. Let's see how that is. So yeah, that definitely makes a big improvement. Even though it's not like sticking down onto the wooden surface that I have, I'm sure it's definitely aiding to it without a doubt. Okay, so another couple of accessories, a couple additional pieces. Okay, so this is your control panel. And it looks like it just kind of sits there on the hooks. And then you have, this goes in this way. It has a peg that lines up. So there's only one way you can put that. And we'll seat that. And then put these little screw down. And I'll give you some close-up views of this after we have everything set up and running. Then this is your power cord. So pretty decent length. That's probably maybe about 6 foot. And then that goes back in here. That plugs in. And then we will plug that into our power source over there. And I think we are basically about ready to go. Make sure there's no protective film on this. It doesn't look like there is. So that's good. And then again, okay, so that is like the mug configuration. So it's the main machine configuration. Then that is like going to be your, how you do your mugs. Cup press. Then it gives you the parts list. So that's going to be the steps for cup baking machine. Then the operation. And then all the different accessories on this. Okay. Okay, so the mug machine part, so you're going to have these two pieces, and then those are going to bolt together. Okay, and in this bag, you're going to get a bunch of different bolts. And you're going to be looking for the larger 4 bolts for the top of this press. And you're going to need a larger screwdriver than they include, just so you can kind of like bear down on it. But it's a heavy duty Phillips screwdriver that you're going to need. Like I said, just kind of like line these bolts up. And then you can get them put down pretty good. And don't tighten them all the way. You definitely want to leave a little wiggle room so you can get the rest of these mounted in here. Okay, so that's going to be your push device. That's how that's set up. Then these pieces that kind of look like a sleigh, there's 2 of them. You want to basically line them up, and then with the smaller bolts, you're going to be putting 1/2 of this together. So far, that's what you're looking at. Then these little rods are going to go down here at the bottom. And then you're going to have this piece, which is going to be sitting over kind of upside down like this. So you got the trench part here. facing up. Okay, so it should kind of look like this. We haven't bolted this down yet, but we will. And I kind of wanted to get this frame in here. So see how you have all those holes. Okay, so far you should have it looking like this. And let's put some more screws in. Okay, so you got to kind of line this screw up in this middle piece here. And then this will screw this back so you can adjust the tension. But you're primarily pulling that back so you can line these two bolt holes up here. And again, I will bring this closer once everything is assembled so you can kind of see how it all goes together. So kind of give you a overview of how that looks and then how this works. That clamp goes down around your mug or your cylinder, wherever you have in there. And then, like I said, this piece right here, my hands are in the way, but that will help you line up. And this was a little tricky to start, so just be careful. And then on this side, the orientation is so you have this power cord hanging off the end. So it's kind of unclear what side it goes on, but obviously it goes this way. So when you are pushing this together, that is free to move. But that is your cylinder and your mug piece. Also, these kind of sit in here without any nuts on them. They're just kind of like floating in there. So to make a better grip, so they move around a little bit. And then this end would obviously hook into your control panel here. So you disconnect the iron from that, and then that is that piece. And then you can use this in there for smaller pieces. Then this would be your hat accessory, or one of the accessories for the hats. And then again, these pieces you can also put in for irregular shaped objects. So it does a lot. So this is going to be the configuration to do your hats. So basically you can take the top press off, and then you can mount the cap press at the bottom, and then the iron part at the top. Kind of give you an idea of how that looks. Okay, so how this works is you turn the side switch on. Now, there's a little bit of a glare, but I'm going to explain it as best as I can. So hopefully you can see through it. But you basically want to hit setup, and this is going to be your set temperature. So hopefully you can see that change. Decals I'm going to use is going to be 310. Then next you're going to choose how long. So it's going to be 15 seconds, so you can do your time however long you want. So we'll set it for 15. Then next is going to choose centigrade or Fahrenheit, and then you change it simply by, Fahrenheit is going to be on the time side. Center is going to be centigrade. So we'll set it for that. And then hit it back, and then you'll see your temperature start going up slowly. Actually, kind of rapidly. And then the time. So once it hits 310, we'll be ready and set to go. So let's just wait for that to get up to temp. Okay, and as you're approaching the set temperature, you're going to hear it click on and off because it's trying to slow down the heating element. So now we're at 310. We got the countdown set for 15. So we're going to swing this out of the way. And we're going to slide this forward a little bit to help it counterbalance. And then we are going to put our test t-shirt on here. And again, I am very new at this, but I'm going to try to get all the wrinkles out as best as I can. And there is definitely a technique to this. I definitely do not have that down, but practice makes perfect. So that is my Garage Mahal logo that we're going to be putting down on this t-shirt. And we're going to aim it. I think that's probably pretty close to being straight. Let me try to get this collar lined up a little bit better. And then we have some tissue paper. And we're going to lay across that. Okay. Then we're going to spin this back across. Then we're going to line that up, push that back, and we're going to push that down for 15 seconds. And that's done. So we'll lift up on this. We'll swing this out of the way. I'll take our tissue paper off. And then we'll take this decal off. We'll wait for it to get cool to the touch. So we're not quite there yet. They say wait about 30 seconds or so. All right, still a little warm. All right, then here we go. Just peel that back. Quick and easy. And then we're good to go. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching and be safe out there.